Holy crap!
Well, from the one chip challenge to here.
Okay. We just heard some really interesting news. Today's been a very strange day, in general.
I'm back. I'm all right.
Yes, he's okay. He's alive. Today's been a very strange day.
Don't do the one chip challenge. That's the lesson of the day. So wow, huge news coming out just now. CNBC reported. I didn't think it was true until just a second ago.
I'm still like
check CNN or
I'm still Googling.
But sources are saying that Bob Iger, effective immediately, is back as CEO of the Walt Disney Company, replacing Bob Chapek.
Wow, it's like everywhere.
Is blowing up all over the place.
Oh my God.
You didn't hear it here first, but you heard it here.
Wow.
That is huge news for the Walt Disney Company. That is huge news for us as casual fans, hardcore fans, whatever. I'm
in shock.
I barely know what to talk about.
What?
But
sorry,
I think
I'm like, what?
I think fans will see this as casually optimistic. That's how I'm kind of taking
cautiously optimistic.
Yes, cautiously
You
optimistic.
said casually optimistic.
You can also be casual and optimistic about it.
Wow.
Very much like Josh Tomorrow's casual optimism within the Walt Disney Company. I think
I want to know what's going on.
I think I could speculate for the next hour and a half and not talk about anything that's relevant or correct.
So this is CNBC, effective immediately after previous CEO Bob Chapek came under fire for his management of the government entertainment giant. Sorry, I can't read. Chapek was named chief executive in February 2020, succeeding Iger. We thank Bob Chapek for his service
well, they
to
do.
Disney over his long career, including navigating the company through the unprecedented challenges of the pandemic. Said Susan Arnold, Disney's board chair. She will remain in that role.
Wow.
Wow.
So that is huge news, obviously. I don't know what sparked this, but obviously there's a long list of complaints that the fans have about the brand right now. Theme parks have lost its magic. You've got price increases left and right for everything. You don't have 100% commitment to what had previously been announced for certain projects like Epcot. You have this D23 what-if scenario where nothing really concrete came out. There's a lot that Chapek has, in many of the fans' eyes, mismanaged that has probably led to this moment. But something also had to have happened behind the scenes from a board perspective where a loss of confidence had to have happened in Chapek's leadership.
Wow.
So that's huge news. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to do a little, I think, editing.
Yes. Wow.
With this. So I
did.
In a video that we haven't even put up yet, I did the one chip challenge, and that was brutal. Don't do that. Yeah, now we have breaking Disney news. Bob Chapek out. Bob Iger back in.
Wow.
Let's see what happens. We will keep up with this as best we can and talk about it as best we can.
Yeah.
But again, there's a reason to be optimistic about Bob Iger coming back. He did a lot of very nice things with the company.
Did a lot of. He was a great
You said
CEO.
Chapek is back as CEO. It's Iger.
Iger, sorry.
There's too many Bobs.
I know.
So yeah, that's all we know right now is that it just kind of came out. I've been watching classic Simpsons moments because that's the type of time I have on a Sunday night. We're gonna flip onto some sort of news site and see if by some miracle they're reporting on it. I doubt it.
This is crazy.
Let's see if we're getting anything.
This is breaking news. Like, we literally found this out right before we started this video. Oh, wow. This is...
Wow.
This is crazy.
Sorry, I'm going to borrow your phone real quick. I'm just going to look and see if there's anything that is coming out from anybody else that's a reputable. Yeah.
That's CNN.
Yeah,
That's...
CNN just reported it. Let's see what they said about it. In a move that shocked Hollywood, Bob Iger, one of the most notable CEOs in the history of Walt Disney's company, is returning to run the media empire. Bob Chapek is stepping down effective immediately. Same quotes that Maggie just read. That's really all that we know right now. But a huge turn of events here on a Sunday night for the Walt Disney Company. For the money nerds like me, check the stock market tomorrow, see what their stock does.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
That'll be very interesting to kind of keep an eye out on. Also, as we go into the coming weeks, months, years, I'm curious to hear what Iger is going to reinstate that Chapek may have put on the cutting board or the back burner. I'm really thinking heavily on the Epcot transformation here.
Yeah.
Is the Play Pavilion going to be coming back? Are we going to get the Spaceship Earth remodel, retheme?
I'm curious how long it's going to be. I'm wondering if it's short term until they get a new replacement. Is it?
I don't. Usually,
Or fairly long term? Is it until Josh D'Amaro goes?
What tells me this is not going to be short term is that Chapek didn't step down and Iger is the interim CEO. They could have easily said Bob Iger stepping back in an interim basis until a new CEO is appointed. That is not what's being announced right now. What's being announced is Bob Iger is back as the CEO of the Walt Disney Company, effective immediately. So that tells me, just intuition, gut feeling, this is not going to be a 6-month type of thing. This might be a couple of years, right the ship, get some of these projects that we put on the back burner back in development, and do it right. Do it the way it was meant to be done. Yeah. And I can't help but applaud the Walt Disney Company on this move. I think it's the right move to make. Obviously, there's a human element to it. Bob Chapek is a man who is no longer with the Walt Disney Company. Yeah. And he's got a very tarnished legacy within that company. So
unfortunately, he was not. We have always said this. He was not right for the job for CEO.
No, I mean Bob Iger flat out came out and admitted that himself that he regrets naming him his successor. Yeah. So now he has a chance to right that mistake, or in his eyes, the mistake that he made. So let's see what happens. Again, I'm optimistic to see it.
I'm wondering if he'll appoint Josh D'Amaro as his new protege.
I think he could.
I feel like he would do such a good job. I don't know that he would do a very good job right now. I think he would need the coaching and the training to do it. But I feel like in a couple years, he would be a really, really good CEO.
I've never worked for the Walt Disney Company, so I can't speak on any of them from a business standpoint.
I have heard from a ton of cast members that I know personally and who know other cast members who got the chance to meet him and talk to him during the pandemic when they all lost their jobs. And he actually, took the time to listen to cast members and, internalize their feelings and how upset they were about all these layoffs that happened during the pandemic and after the pandemic. And
wow,
that says a lot about
what an absolute wild day.
Yeah.
In
God.
The world. You've got celebrities passing away.
Two celebrities passing away. And then one not quite as popular as the other, but oh my gosh.
There's Jess.
Yep. Oh, sorry.
Just, all of the people that know that we're like ridiculous Disney people are chiming in on us. Like, did you hear this? Did you see this? Shout out to a former coworker of mine, Angel, for tagging me on Facebook and said, "Did you see this?" And no, I hadn't.
No, I had not.
Once I kind of took a couple seconds to see if any news source out there, such as an MSNBC or a CNN, someone with those credentials put out that story, then I could talk about it. So that's huge. I'm going to leave it there. Let's see what happens over the coming days, weeks, and months. I'm really eager. Again, if you're a money nerd, keep an eye on the stock market tomorrow morning. That's going to be really interesting to see what Disney stock is going to do. Let's see what happens. Iger's back. Chapek's out.
Yeah.
That's all for now. Have a great night. Enjoy your day.
TTFN. Ta-ta for now.
Good luck, Bob.